Traveling is a means to success. Do subscribe Travel and Taste channel and like videos. For further videos, stay connected. Top traditional Ecuadorian food and dishes to try when you are in Ecuador. Ecuador is one of my favorite countries and I'm always discovering new Ecuadorian food each time I go. Ecuador is a small country but its food is so diverse. The geography of Ecuador determines what people eat in different parts of the country. Colada Morada. Colada Morada is a purple drink that is made with blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. It is traditionally served during Day of the Dead celebrations. We tried it in Quito's Old Town. Humitas. Humito is a typical South American cuisine that transcends the Hispanic period. It's an ancient delicacy made with fresh choclo mashed into a paste and wrapped in corn husk before steaming or boiling in water. In Ecuador, humitas are made with freshly ground maize, onions, garlic, cheese, eggs, and heavy cream. They are similar to tamales, however, they are made using fresh maize rather than masa. They are well known in Ecuador's highlands, where they are typically consumed for breakfast or as a midday snack with coffee. Arepa. Arepas are packed cornmeal pastries with a crunchy exterior and a fluffy interior. They're usually eaten as a snack or as a side dish to a main course. Arepas are unleavened, no yeast, baking soda, or baking powder, and typically prepared with pre-cooked cornmeal for the trademark golden color and corn flavor. They are typically prepared on a griddle, but they can also be fried, baked, or boiled. The filling options vary depending on the region. You can stuff them with meat, eggs, beans, pumpkin, cheese, and other items. Cevichocho Vegano, vegetarian ceviche. Ceviche de chocos is a vegetarian ceviche cooked with chocho beans, lupini beans, onions, tomatoes, cilantro, limes, oranges, and tomato sauce. It is commonly paired with maiz tostado, chiface or plantain chips, avocados, and hot sauce. Espumilla. Espumilla is a popular Ecuadorian street item. Fruit pulp, commonly guava, guayaba, egg whites, and sugar are used to make these delectable guava meringue cream treats. Espumillas are offered in ice cream cones and resemble ice cream. Street sellers selling espumillas are frequent at the exits of most Ecuadorian schools. On weekends and holidays, you may also find them outside of fruit markets in many cities, as well as in plazas. Hornado. The word hornado refers to the roasted pigs in Ecuador. It entails slow roasting a whole pig over hot coals for several hours, frequently overnight, in a marinade comprised of onions, garlic, cumin, chicha, fermented corn, and annatto. Highland marketplaces frequently offer hornado de chanchos. They may come with different side dishes depending on where you are in Ecuador, but often they are served with llapingachos, fried potato cakes, mote, boiled maize, chicharrones, and some veggies. Arroz con camarones. Arroz with camarones literally means rice with shrimp. This traditional Latin dish is created with excellent shrimp and yellow rice cooked in a handmade shrimp stock. There are various versions of this meal from Cuba, Ecuador, Mexico, Colombia, and other Latin and Caribbean countries. Guatita. Guatita is an Ecuadorian dish made with tripe in a potato and peanut sauce. The tripe is cooked and then sliced into very little pieces so that the strong distinct flavor does not overpower you, and the flavor combines in with the flavor of the potato peanut sauce. Guatita tripe stew from Ecuador is served with white rice, curtido or pickled onions, tomato slices, avocado slices, and hot sauce. Tigrillo. Tigrillo is an Ecuadorian casserole-style dish made with a combination of mashed green plantains, cheese, and eggs. There are as many recipes as there are cooks, so some versions of Tigrillo might include milk, ají hot sauce, or chicharrones, fried pork rinds. Queso fresco is one of the most popular choices for the cheese, and when served, Tigrillo can also be served with a fried or poached egg on top. The dish is traditionally served for breakfast in Ecuador. Brujo Fish. Brujo fish, or also called scorpion fish, is commonly found in fish markets in Puerto Ayora in Santa Cruz Island, Galapagos. Most restaurants in the area serves grilled brujo fish and it is enjoyed by tourists. You can get a whole brujo fish for as low as $25 and this can be already shared by 3 people. Corviche. Corviche is a dish composed from mashed green plantain and fish. That combo may not sound particularly tasty, but when done correctly, it is fantastic. Green plantains are grated and then mashed. The mashed potatoes are shaped into balls, and the fish is placed within. If you want to try one, I highly recommend doing a custom order from Hacienda El Rejo, the amazing hotel we stayed near Cotopaxi National Park region. Once the fish is coated in the mashed plantain, it is deep fried until crispy on the outside. It's mushy on the inside, like mashed potatoes. Crema de Maiz. Crema de Maiz, the soup on the right side, is known as cornmeal cereal. It is popular in South American countries such as Puerto Rico and Ecuador. It is commonly served for breakfast and as an appetizer. We tried it while visiting Otavalo. Mote con Chicharron. Mote con Chicharron combines the flavors of mote, which is hominy, and chicharron, which is fried pork belly. This affordable traditional Ecuadorian meal is frequently offered in local markets and by street vendors. Fanesca. Fanesca is a unique Ecuadorian soup characterized by its thick consistency, consisting of fresh Andean grains, beans, peas, and lentils, combined with salt cod cooked in milk. There should be 12 different grains and beans in the soup, symbolizing the 12 disciples, as the soup is prepared only during the Easter festivities. Fanesca is traditionally served in round bowls, garnished with fried plantains, parsley, and hard-boiled eggs. Fish ceviche. Any species of white fish that is suitable for sashimi-grade curing in a mixture of lime juice, garlic, and hot peppers can be used to make Ecuadorian fish ceviche. Prior to eating, it is blended with cilantro, tomatoes, bell peppers, and red onions that have been marinated in lime after curing. It's frequently served with hot sauce and a variety of side dishes like fried plantain chips, chifles, and toasted corn nuts. Churrasco Ecuatoriano. One of the most well-liked foods in Ecuador is churrasco. Churrasco is a popular cuisine from Ecuador made with thin steaks that are either grilled or occasionally fried in a mixture of onions and peppers and topped with a crispy fried egg. It is typically served with rice, French fries, ripe plantains, and salad. We stopped by the local village restaurant after the Quilatoa Lake exhausted hike and it was one of the best dishes we tried in Ecuador. Patacones, fried plantains. Patacones are fried green plantains chopped into thick slices, then mashed into circles and refried. They're salted and delicious as a side dish or appetizer with your preferred topping sauce. They are golden brown and slightly firm. Patacone, commonly known as toston, is a popular Latin American and Ecuadorian meal. For many Ecuadorian main dishes, fried ripe plantains are another essential side dish. Depending on the cuisine, you might have either ripe or green fried plantains, aka patacones or tostones. Empanadas. Empanadas are a well-liked and delectable snack or form of street cuisine in Ecuador. Often translated as filled turnovers or handheld pies, empanadas are stuffed bread or pastries that are baked or fried. The most traditional Ecuadorian empanadas are called empanadas de viento, or fried cheese empanadas. They are filled with cheese, and sliced onions, if you choose, cooked until crispy, and served with sugar. These snacks are primarily found on Ecuador's mainland. Restaurants are now presenting enormous selections that you may share even though they typically fit on an appetizer dish. Fritada. Traditional Ecuadorian fritada is a dish which consists of diced pork boiled down in water and left to fry in its own drippings. Pork is generously seasoned, while onions and garlic are usually cooked alongside the meat. Depending on the region, potatoes, plantains, hominy, fava beans, or corn can be served as side dishes accompanying tender and juicy chunks of pork. Fritada has been eaten in Ecuador for centuries, and it can be found in many traditional restaurants and typical roadside eateries, popularly called huequitos. Llapingachos. Llapingachos are typical Ecuadorian potato patties that are often served with a spicy peanut sauce on the side. They consist of cheese and either cassava or mashed potatoes. The combination of those ingredients is flattened and cooked on a griddle until it develops a golden brown color. Llapingachos are traditionally served as a side dish along with avocados, salads, fried eggs, pork, and chorizo. Salsa de maní. Salsa de maní is a traditional peanut sauce originating from Ecuador. Although there are variations, it's usually prepared with a combination of roasted and chopped peanuts, or peanut butter, onions, tomatoes, water, salt, pepper, achiote, annatto, olive oil, bell peppers, and coriander. The onions and tomatoes are boiled until soft, then blended with the peanuts and seasoned with salt and pepper. The mixture is simmered in a saucepan over low heat, and the achiote is then stirred in. Once done, it is mixed with fried onions, bell peppers, and coriander, then set aside to cool, when it's ready to be served. Bolón de verde. Bolón de verde is a dish of green plantain fritters that are typically filled with cheese, chicharrones, or chorizo. It is a traditional and national Ecuadorian dish that's usually eaten for breakfast. The name translates to big green ball since the main ingredient is green plantains. The preparation starts with cooking or frying the plantains, which are then mashed, seasoned, mixed with the filling, and shaped into balls. They are usually then fried once again to make them crispy. The fritters should be eaten while still hot or warm and are usually served with a fried egg and coffee. Pan de yuca. Pan de yuca is a traditional bread consisting of yuca flour, eggs, and cheese. It is usually shaped into small, round balls. The bread is popular throughout Colombia and Ecuador, although there are variations on pan de yuca throughout Latin America. It makes for a delicious warm appetizer or an afternoon snack, preferably paired with a cup of hot chocolate, tea, or coffee. Encebollado. Encebollado is the national dish of Ecuador, a fish soup that is characterized by a large amount of onions. Very useful in curing hangovers, the dish is made with fresh tuna meat, cassava root, tomatoes, onions, coriander, and various spices. Tomatoes, onions, chili, coriander, and cumin form a pungent mix and a base for the soup, called sofrito, while pickled onions go either on top of encebollado or into it, giving it its name that is literally translated to onioned. The soup originates from Ecuador's coast during the time when the fishers were out at sea and made the soup out of necessity. As they had some spices, and fresh fish was readily available, encebollado was created and became widely consumed throughout the country. Locro de Papa. This classic Ecuadorian soup is made with a combination of onions, garlic, potatoes, annatto, cumin, milk, and queso fresco. The soup is simmered until the ingredients become fully cooked, and the cheese is then mixed in until it melts. Locro de Papa is served hot, topped with chopped cilantro, diced avocado, and ají hot sauce, which is the reason why this hearty soup is especially popular on colder days. If desired, choclo corn can also be added to the soup for extra flavor. The word locro is derived from the Quechua word rucro, which means stew, while papa means potato. Instruction before eat: check food is halal or haram. To subscribe Travel and Taste channel and like videos. For further videos stay connected.